Have you ever felt like everything is falling apart? Like no matter how hard you try, nothing works? You give your best. You stay up all night. You hope things will finally change. But still, it's never enough. You feel tired, invisible, alone, and you start to wonder, what's the point anymore? But listen carefully. What if I told you you were just one step away from the moment that changes everything? Because the truth is, every person who ever made it once stood right where you are, on the edge of giving up. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young boy who loved to draw. He drew on old newspapers, on walls, even on the back of bills. Everyone laughed at him. His teachers said, "Art will never feed you." His father said, "Get a real job." So he tried. He swept floors, sold papers, sometimes slept hungry, but he never stopped drawing. One day, he gathered all his sketches and applied to a famous art studio. They rejected him. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He was crushed. He almost gave up. He thought, maybe they're right. Maybe I'm just not good enough. But then something deep inside whispered, try one more time. That boy was Walt Disney, the same man who was once fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. So, if you've ever been rejected, congratulations. You're now officially in the same club as Walt Disney. Not bad, huh? Let's be honest. Life doesn't just push you once. It pushes again and again. You move one step forward, then life knocks you 2 steps back. You start thinking, what's the point of trying anymore? But here's the truth. Pain isn't a sign to stop. It's a sign to grow. When your muscles ache after a workout, they're growing. When your mind struggles to learn something new, it's expanding. So maybe your pain right now isn't breaking you, it's building you. The power of one more step. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest athletes ever, was once cut from his high school basketball team. He cried. He felt worthless. But instead of quitting, he used that pain as fuel. He said, I've failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. Can you imagine if Jordan had given up back then? No championships, no legend, no inspiration? Sometimes you don't need a miracle. You just need one more step, one more try, one more, I can do this. And no, coffee doesn't count as one more try. But hey, it helps. Here's something nobody tells you. Sometimes you'll give your all and still fail. You'll pour your heart into something and it still won't go right. And that's okay, because success isn't always about winning. Sometimes success means you didn't quit when you could have. Persistence changes you. It turns ordinary people into forces of nature. The world notices those who refuse to give up because persistence is rare. A farmer once planted 2 seeds side by side. The first sprouted quickly, tall, green, strong. The second didn't grow at all. Days passed, weeks, still nothing. The farmer almost dug it out thinking it was dead. But one morning, the second seed broke through the soil and grew taller, stronger, and lasted longer than the first. Why? Because while it looked like nothing was happening, its roots were growing deep, preparing for the storm. You might be that second seed. You think you're stuck, but maybe your roots are just getting ready. So before you give up, ask yourself, what if you're just one day away from your breakthrough? Let's lighten up a bit. Remember when you were a kid learning to ride a bicycle? You fell, cried, scraped your knees, but did you quit? Nope. You got back up because the ice cream truck wasn't going to wait for you. Now you ride a bike without thinking. That's what persistence does. It turns impossible into easy. So why give up on your dreams when you never gave up on ice cream? Failure isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Every closed door leads you closer to the right one. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. When asked if he was tired of failing, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." You might say, "Yeah, but I'm not Edison." True, but Edison wasn't Edison either until he decided he would never give up. Right now you have two choices. You can stop, or you can stand up, take a deep breath, and whisper, "Not yet. I'm not done." Because one day, when you look back, you'll realize the moment you didn't give up was the moment your life began to change. So whatever you're facing, keep walking, keep believing, keep fighting, because your victory might be closer than you think. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who's ready to give up today, because sometimes one story can light up someone's darkest night. Don't forget to subscribe and like video.